A throne built on fear is a prison for the king who sits upon it. For in the silence of his subjects, he is doomed to stumble in the dark, blinded by a very terror he created. Iwena was known far and wide as an arrogant and extremely proud king. He wore arrogance like a crown and wielded pride like a scepter. His sword was law, not because it was wise, but because his wrath was swift and merciless. He never listened to anyone. No matter how sincere or necessary correction was, nobody dared to offer it. His cabinet members and chieftains lived constantly in fear of him. He had a strong reputation for brutalizing and oppressing anyone who challenged him. His court was a palace of fear, not fellowship. One day, news spread about a grand festival taking place in a neighboring kingdom, the coronation of the crown prince of Iduga. Kings, noblemen, high chiefs, and dignitaries from across the region were expected to be there. King Iwena received an official invitation, and with pride swelling in his chest, he prepared his royal entourage and set out for the great event. Along the way, he stepped aside into a nearby bush to ease himself. After defecating, he returned hastily to join his procession. When Iwena finally arrived at the festival grounds, the entire venue was already filled with kings, queens, princes, princesses, wealthy nobles, and the villagers. Yet, the moment King Iwena stepped into the gathering, a strange reaction rippled through the crowd. People shifted away from him. Some even covered their nose discreetly. Others avoided his direction entirely. One by one, dignitaries rose and moved away. Nobles turned their backs. Even his fellow monarchs exchanged glances and slowly shifted seats. King Iwena, confused but still arrogant, ignored the signs and marched proudly toward the section where other kings were seated. But as he approached, the king stood up hastily and walked away, almost in disgust. He could not understand why. It took the innocent courage of a young boy standing nearby to finally break the silence. With pure honesty, the boy pointed at the royal garment and said, "Your Majesty, there is feces all over your robe." A wave of shock washed over King Iwena. He looked down immediately, and reality hit him with a force his pride could not shield him from. Shame consumed him like wildfire. The crowd started murmuring. The dignitaries whispered in disgust. His humiliation was total and unforgettable. Unknown to King Iwena, in his carelessness, he had smeared feces on his royal regalia when he went to relieve himself inside the bush. His guards saw it. All his attendants saw it. Even his chiefs. But not a single soul dared to speak because of fear. No one knows how he would react to it. The bitter truth immediately stung him like an angry bill. Everyone who could have stopped this disgrace had seen it, but fear of his anger had sealed their lips. He left the festival without a word. From that day on, though he ruled for many more years, King Iwena never again mistook silence for respect or fear for loyalty. But the shame of that day clung to him like the stain he failed to see, and the lesson came too late to heal what pride had already broken. There are several lessons to learn from this story. Pride goes before a fall. Arrogance and an inflated sense of self-importance blind us to our own flaws and vulnerabilities, often leading to our own downfall. Fear breeds failure. A leader who rules through fear and intimidation surrounds themselves not with loyal allies, but with silent observers who will watch them fail rather than risk speaking the truth. the courage of candor. Honest feedback, even when uncomfortable, is a priceless gift. A culture where no one dares to speak the truth is doomed to make grave and avoidable errors. True strength lies in humility. A truly powerful leader is secure enough to listen, to accept correction, and to acknowledge their own humanity and capacity for error. An innocent eye sees clearly. Sometimes the most profound truths are spoken by those without a vested interest or a fear of consequence, reminding us that wisdom is not the sole province of power.